Oh my goodness, look at that. Everybody's piling in nice and early this evening. Actually, not early, we're late. What am I talking about? I'm out of my mind. We're late, but hey, we're underway. In just about 4 minutes, we're going to get started with this one. And this is our final show of the year. That kind of sucks, but it's kind of cool too, because we're all here together getting ready to celebrate a Happy New Year. And man, we got a great show for you tonight, because we're all about looking back tonight. We are in the rear view hardcore, taking a look at 12 months of Shop Talk. You will not believe, but we have spent the last 2 days combing through 45 hours of this show's video to make some killer segments for you guys to check out. The best lines, one-liners, sad faces, stupid looks, and flannel shirts of the 2025 season. So that's going to be great. We got a great guest on tonight, Buck Shaw from TMMR, coming on to talk about what's going on at the Loretta Lands Ranch this year for one of the events that's just become an absolute staple in our culture. The addition of stuff like the Creekside Party and the hill climbs, that thing is absolutely off the hook. So let's do some shout outs, man. If you're watching and you see the thing on the left-hand side of the screen, throw your comment in wherever you're watching from, any of the 15 channels that we broadcast Shop Talk through every Sunday at 9 p.m., and we can tell you where you're coming from and give you a little shout-out, like Greg White, I know, comes in from Texas. He was first across the line tonight. Robin Higginbottom checking in with us. Went Walker's in here, ready for another great show. Jamie Roberts, Houston, Missouri, glad to be in your headspace tonight. Glad you're with us, man. Hope everybody has a safe and very Merry Christmas. Greg White, hope all is well up north. It's unseasonably warm. It's kind of pissing us off, man. Big D checking in from Marengo, Illinois. Deal Stereo, New Jersey. We were here. You were here. We were late. Rick Marriott, Lynchburg, Virginia. Lots of good stuff going on tonight. Bobby Shackle in the house. Cabana Dan with us. Gordon Olaf, good to see you here, brother. Let's see. Becky Quivers Arling in the house. And on Rooster's phone, because he's sleeping. I don't even want to know about that. Pork Roll City. I am down for Pork Roll City. Let's have a visit to that. We're just a minute and a half out from getting this one started. Man, like I said, it's looking back over 12 months when you realize, almost 50 shows we put out in a year. The stuff that happens throughout the year that, the shows come and they go. You don't pay attention sometimes, like some of the funny shit that gets said, man, or some of the important things that we talk about. So this is our way of saying to you guys, thank you so much for letting us have the awesome responsibility of delivering the news, some entertainment, keeping track of the history of this thing, and doing it every Sunday night here on Shop Talk. Big thank you. Nick Hildbrittle in the house. Kaylee Chavez, what's up? A huge hug from Costa Rica. I would like a nice warm hug in person in Costa Rica. That's what I'm talking about. Jesus. 34 seconds left on the clock, and that means it's time for us to get this one out of the station and up onto the tracks. Let's go live with tonight's episode of Shop Talk. Here we go. Okay, scooter tramps and chopper jockeys all across the land. It is somewhat after 9 o'clock on the East Coast.
Ish.
Hey, it's the holidays, man. None of you guys are working right now. Mostly, that's what everybody tells me, is like they're asking me, why are you even doing a show? We couldn't find any news tonight. And everybody said it's because it's the holidays. Nobody does shit between the holiday of Christmas and New Year. But we're here with an episode of Shop Talk That's my best excuse for why we're late. You are watching ShopTalk in the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio, and I'm your host, Chris Cowell with Cycle Source Magazine. I am going to be your host on this two-wheel adventure for the next 90 to 120 minutes, and I'm going to be joined by my crew.
We're here because he's a slave driver.
They told me there was going to be food.
There is food.
They said there was going to be
Where's
food.
the food?
After the show.
Ew.
After the show.
Deals. You get paid in meatballs.
I thought hospitality was first.
Listen, it's not that kind of set.
The green room is lacking.
No, yeah.
Yes.
The green room needs a paint job. That's the deal right there. It used to be white.
It's
Craft
mold.
services.
It isn't green. It's mold.
Yeah,
I keep
right.
trying to tell you guys that.
So a couple things. I want to give a couple more shout outs here because we have Ken Rupels in from Wisconsin, Steve Wiesner in from North Central Indiana. Behind Rudy's Faring is in with us, Kim Adair, Washington State. Paul Adams checking in from Ford City, Pedro the Engraver. Happy New Year's, folks. Harry Bostard, good to see you, brother. Glad you're here with us tonight. Glad you guys are all with us, man. Like, cannot wait. I got to tell you, like, I never like to be in the hurry to watch time go by, but I am sure going to be glad to see a new calendar date for 26 to roll in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Are you over it?
Oh, dude, I'm so over it. So over it. 25.
What's on your agenda for 26? What are your goals?
you got big
What are your
plans?
aspirations? Do you have any
My agenda
resolutions?
for 26 is not 25. That's the main deal right there. Is like, don't do the same shit I did in 25 because
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's funny.
What about you guys? Any resolutions? Any?
I want to step away from the sugar.
You stepping away from me, sugar?
What is wrong with you?
I need to step away from the sugar.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, what was that little magic?
That was my virus threat protection kicking in.
You're actually going to ask me if I have plans for...
Mark
Gatto's
Gatto's in the house. Oh,
Shut
my
up.
God.
My plans were to get Mark Gatto on the show. There you go.
Well, there you go.
He's
all right.
now verbally on the show.
You've achieved your resolution.
That was
Mark
my-
Gatto is in the house.
And he beat me to it prior to even me letting anybody know that was my 2026 thing.
I would like to win. I would like to be the next
Dude, not
$1.87 billion Powerball winner.
Screw
please.
all that aggravation.
What do we always say, Mark? We're waiting to hit $100 on that thing so we can never talk to anybody we know
that's
again.
it. Or call everybody, tell them we hit the lotto, or talk to you fuckers again.
Oh,
Yeah, funny how that works. I wouldn't want to be like. Would you really want to be put in that position? 80-some% of those people lose everything. Money does not buy fucking happiness.
No, I agree.
People buy happiness. No, I'm not saying that to you in general.
Agree. Yep.
But if you make your own happiness, I wouldn't want it.
No, I completely agree. But I would love to be in a position to take care of things for my family and my
that'd be
friends.
awesome.
And I think, like, for me, it sounds stupid, but that would be one of the biggest reasons that I wanted it, so I could alleviate other people's stress and just make people be able to breathe a little bit easier for a minute.
I wouldn't talk to anybody I knew.
Okay, wait a minute. Nick Hildebrittle, let's go back to talking about you possibly winning the lottery because he says he wants to have all of his motorcycles running by the end of 26. I think you're being a little ridiculous now, right? I mean, come on.
She got a better shot at that lottery. I hate to break the news to you guys.
And
What is
Heather-
it? Yeah, 9 million or 926 million or something like that. You're winning this, Heather.
Oh,
Heather, here's the deal. You don't necessarily need money to take care of stuff with your family. A lot of times it could be a gun.
Yeah, it could be small
Christopher
things.
Lewis
Hammer.
County.
Could be.
Hey.
I'm not saying specifically your family.
Yeah, if
I'm
it,
just
yeah,
saying.
if in general, family, a lot of easier ways to take care of them than financially.
oh.
AJ Bengo in the
What do they
house.
say?
What's up, buddy?
Teach a man to fish. How about
Oh.
teach a man to walk the fuck away from you? You know what I mean? So,
Wow. Who
Fish your
pissed in
ass.
your
fish your
Cheerios?
ass. How about get away? Nobody. It's been good actually.
Miss Judy says, "Oh, please, I could be very."
The pie guy is
happy with
here.
you
The pie
doing-
guy? Who's the pie
Shut
guy?
up.
Merle Tully, the pie
Wow.
guy. So Merle and his wife have the Fredericksburg Pie Company in Fredericksburg,
pie.
Texas, and they have the most incredible pie you have ever had.
Well, how
And
come we
like,
haven't gotten any on the show?
Oh,
We
well,
have,
we haven't
because
had
it's
any
in
on the show
Texas.
because it has to make it back from Texas, and
Right.
that's
Okay,
a
well,
fat chance.
They should
So, like,
send us
literally-
some, and we should taste test it right
It
here
is
on the
good
show.
enough that people fly into the Fredericksburg Regional Airport to pick up his pies and then take them home with him.
So Behind Rudy's Fairing says, I was reading on what you should do if you win. Basically go underground, almost new identity.
Yep.
Here's the deal. If I win that kind of money,
I'm going anyway.
I'm gonna have a guard on every corner of my property. I ain't changing my name and I ain't changing my address.
Yeah.
You kiss my ass.
Yeah. Once I like the picture, it's the dude that says, you'll know the house is the same. And there's like 42 road runners in the driveway. And I love that freaking picture.
Video is clear and audio is perfect.
No,
So check it out, man. We actually have been spending time now that we got our new studio set up. We've been spending time in the studio and working on the lighting. You know, we got the Rogan mics, I said, and we've been working on the sound and everything. And we're readjusting the lighting. We're getting a mood going on in here. It's kind of
atmosphere.
cool, you know. I'm going to get me a fucking lava lamp.
Ladies, man.
Jim Grady, get all your bikes running just means you don't have enough bikes and you have to buy more.
You need more. Yeah, you have a point there.
Shit.
Oh.
So listen, man, we want to know what your New Year's resolution is, if you have any. I mean, honestly, I got to tell you, coming back to Pittsburgh, getting my family back together and back on track, getting my own space set up, getting our business back together, and realizing who we are and where we are in life is good enough. That's all I need. So I don't have to do any wishes for Christmas. I don't have to do any resolutions to make myself a better person for New Year's. Yeah, I'd like to lose some weight, get a little fat from the holidays and from sitting around on my ass, but the main things are covered. You know, life is good. And if you pay attention, if you look at the blessings that you're given, if you start your day out by listing those, you'll be surprised how much easier shit gets.
But if by chance somebody has some extra square footage laying around, we could use a bigger garage.
Yeah, there's no shit about that, or at least a bigger parking lot.
You can dump it in my yard. I'll take care of it from there, you know, or to Chris's house behind. We'll move it from there. But
I'd like to find more time. Like, I know you can't make more time, but I feel like there's a way we can get more time.
Mark Addo says, welcome home, and it's been nice having us here. I'll tell you what, dude, honestly, for me and Heather both, I know she feels the same way. We talk about this all the time. This building, this space has just absolutely been a blessing. It really has. Like, nothing feels more like home than every day pulling into this office and, you know, the big picture windows and all the stuff that you can see, and the whole history of the magazine is right there on display, and it's just a blessing.
Part by part, you've actually spent a lot of money in this building, if you think about it. So part by part, you know,
just
bit
in
by bit,
just
you know?
in the tires that we had mounted in this building. That should count for a few months' rent, Mark. I'm just saying.
Yeah. And again, you can't to bring the style. Like, dude, we all love Mark. Mark's like became a really good friend on top of being somebody that you can depend on. But this building holds a lot of nostalgia for him in a lot of ways. Me too. I bought my first bike from Gatto's, actually. My first Harley
Did you
I bought
really?
from Gatto's. Yeah. So
Chris Gatto,
I would love to open the diner back up, just so you know.
yeah, that'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, they keep asking us to get my
too.
sister to come open it, and I don't think she's ready for that. That'd be cool, though. It's a great, great building.
Yep.
So listen, man, I want to thank you guys again. Like I said, 2025 was an incredible year. And when we look back over it, you really get a picture of that. You really get a sense of how much we go out and do and the places that we go and the people that we visit with. And that's all because of you guys. I mean, your support and your encouragement with all that we do here. That's what makes it all happen. So we put together 3 videos for tonight, and this is basically what this show is going to be about. So the regular Shop Talk, you know, we do our whole thing where we do some news and do, you know, all the stuff. We have a guest coming in a little bit, but we have these 3 videos lined up. So at 3 different times in the show, one starting right now, we're going to go through a few months at a time of what it's like a year in the life of Shop Talk. And, you know, one more time, thank you for making it happen. Okay, scooter tramps and chopper jockeys all across the land. Scooter tramps and chopper jockeys all across the land. It's just after 9 p.m. on the East Coast. It is just after 9 o'clock on the East Coast. It is just after 9 p.m. on the East Coast. It is exactly 9 p.m.
Oh my God.
That means it's time for another episode of Shop Talk, of America's first and favorite two-wheel motorcycle entertainment show, Shop Talk, high atop Television Hill. What's up, crew? Me and my crew. Here's my crew. Here's my crew. Blazing and praising. She's praising.
I'm praising.
He's blazing.
Question about that.
Full screen, buddy. That's a good one.
Meet the brand new Wonder Share Union Converter 14. The all-in-one.
Howdy.
6 more weeks of winter. That dirty little
that
rodent
rodent's
bastard.
never right. Whatever.
This cat is the definition of individuality. So let's get him on. Check out Corey.
What's up, guys? How you doing tonight?
Hey, Corey.
Happy New Year. I was hearing you guys talk about your New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
yours?
So I'm not drinking till March, so after my show on the 1st. So you're gonna get sober, Corey, tonight.
Have you met Corey Souza?
I know.
Like, he is one of the most fun human beings on the planet.
I've always been that way. The way I dress, how I act, the way we build the bikes at the shop, how we paint them all the little funny things on it, because I feel like it brings people to the bike. And you'll see something on that, it'll make you smile, laugh. And I love that. I think laughter is like the key to everything,
He's probably the only guy I'll let get away with telling me I have a fat ass.
You're watching Shop Talk here on the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio Network, and we are somewhat live from the Millwell Parts and Labor Show.
My first time here, and I get to meet Hot Dog Custom.
It's not an ego or an attitude or anything like that. This is what we love to do. My crew, same way. They love to get up every morning and come to work. We have a little family. We're just grateful to every year after year to be able to play with motorcycles, and I don't have to go get a real job.
Keeping our roots planted, with grassroots stuff like this is what's been, it's been the formula.
What's in the box? Let's find out.
We're still rolling along. We're in the second day, and I got a chance to hang out with, hey, it's Cody from the Iron Pony Show.
Yeah.
And Chopper, more importantly.
Yes.
The industry lost a great friend. He was the reason why, in a lot of ways, Cycle Source ever did anything. Bruce Tessmer from SNS passed away, just last week?
Yeah.
And, had retired from SNS and, was living out his dreams of a blues guitar. And, he was 3 decades involved with SNS and the motorcycle industry. And, he did so much for so many of us. I just want to take a minute and talk about him. So Godspeed, Bruce. Get ready to rev your engine. Is this Chat GPT?
No. So, Chris Stapleton. Yes, please.
Hey, listen, talk in your microphone.
I'm sorry. He's one of the best concerts we've ever seen.
Okay, welcome back to the Dennis Kirk studio. Listen, that is the first of 3 videos that we're playing tonight on our look back over 2025. But tomorrow morning on YouTube, on the CycleSource YouTube channel, you will be able to see the entire video all in one shot. And like I said, man, what a blast for us to, take the last 2 days and just go over all that stuff and take in what the best parts of 2025 were.
Yeah, I felt so, I don't know if I felt bad for you or if I was slightly envious. So like he downloaded all the episodes and it was like 50 some odd hours.
Yep.
And as of this morning,
good times right there, buddy.
Right. I have, this is all full disclosure. He worked on it all day yesterday, all night last night. This morning he gets up, he's working on it again. And he had still only gotten to the beginning of April. And I'm like, there's no way you're going to finish it. So he gets to one point and then he's like, there's no way I'm going to finish this. So
what's the movie where the guy's doing the test and he's going
the end of the year.
B.
Oh my God. It was ridiculous. So there's this Iron and Chrome Collective, a museum on wheels.
Yeah, we want to know about that.
I want to know about this.
Do we need to come visit you and do a special
well,
like we
it's
did
a museum
on
on wheels. Can they
here?
come visit us? Can you come to Smoke Out? I want to know more about this. I'm intrigued.
Mark, what stands out for you from 2025?
We made it through.
Yeah,
let's start with that. What stands out? You mean from the show or just 2025 overall?
I think from the show, man. Because we did a lot of great shit this year. We really did.
The different people and things that have been on compared to normal. It's getting to where a lot of young, new, hot builders and designers and even a few artists, right? We had a few. Didn't we have a sculptor or something here in 2025?
We had a bunch of great artists. The one, like when you're talking about young guys, I think it's in the second video. The kid from the garage build off kid that said "ma'am" to Heather.
Oh yeah.
That's coming up.
Yeah.
Maybe the progression. You coming back home was huge. Painfully huge for me. Just letting everybody out there know. You coming home, the smoke out. How about that?
Yeah,
I mean,
smoke out.
The show being a part of the smoke out, what we've got to bring to the table there with the build offs and
smoke out has really come into.
You never really that's sad because you never really think about that until somebody asks you the question. Then you miss half the shit you want.
I know, Chris. What do you think?
You want to say?
What are your highlights? What do you think? Other than coming home, that's a given.
I think over the last couple years, but like Mark said, we really seemed like we're starting to come into our own now. Like I say all that stuff when I'm in the early show monologue and I'm talking about how this is an honor and a responsibility for us, I really mean that shit. Like when we saw that video right there, where we talked about taking a minute to remember Bruce Tessmer. Bruce Tessmer was such an important part of our lives.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And like we get the responsibility. We get to do that stuff. We get to take a minute and remind people that were here and people that made a difference. And you know what I mean? Like that's awesome, man. Like how cool.
Yeah, and I have to say, I feel like you are almost an exception to the rule. Like you take you take it so seriously, and you take everything that you do as far as this industry goes to such heart. And
thank you all again.
Yeah, I feel like there aren't as many people out there that do. They're there for the Insta fame and
most definitely
the clickbait and the quick hits. And for you, you'd rather tell the story and doing it and do it in a meaningful way that people will remember. And I love that.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what's kept him here. I tell him that all the time. Anybody wants to give him a boost, remind him. This son of a bitch is dedicated 40-some years of his life to this.
Dumbass.
He is. First off, he's a complete effing idiot for doing what he does. But in the long run, he does it without an ego. He does it without, and not just because he's sitting here, not just because I've known him for 40 years and none of those other reasons, but think about what he's done for others. It doesn't benefit him, dude. Drive by his house, it still looks the same. A few different cars in the driveway. Heather still hates him. I still don't answer his phone calls. I can go on for half an hour. He doesn't do this
Well,
to get somewhere.
And none of us do. And like this is the point of it. There was a time where motorcycling wasn't popular, you know, and I was fortunate enough to live through those times because it taught me to be grateful for the times where people didn't lock the doors when you walked up because you rode in on a motorcycle. But those times, the early times, made us very reliant on our community.
It did.
It made us concentrate on who was there helping each other and who was there for you. You know what I mean?
And let's not forget through the end of that. I mean, you guys do this for a living. I don't do it as much as I used to. I'm getting older. You know, I mean, obviously things change. You don't travel as much as you are. This is my relevancy left in this industry pretty much. I mean, don't get me wrong. I get to pitch my 2 cents in here, but I don't get to build as much as I did before. I don't get to be a part of it. The smoke out brings out a lot to the table, but it's you guys. It's every person that will see this video and maybe laugh at one thing or another. It's not the advertisers. It's not the bike companies. It's not the parts companies. It's you guys out there that make the difference. The guys that get on the bikes and ride and comment, you know, that's why you do it. You know, that's why you get up tomorrow. And if you don't, you're doing it for the wrong reason. That's how I look at it.
We were talking about this the other day, man, that like, you know, as the generations come through, how much has changed and how much needs to be reinforced right now. Because, you know, when we grew up, we took all that for granted. Like you sat there and you waited to learn stuff from the old man and you waited for your opportunity to be involved. And like all that has changed so much. But while we've let those parts of it slip, we're not reinforcing why it's important and the things that are important and, you know, everything that goes along with it. You know, I can think back to when my daughter was just starting to drive, you know, her own car. And I went and I got a whole kit of stuff.
Dude, I remember the phone call from that day. But go ahead.
What, when she hit the rock?
Yes, when she hit the rock. I love that. It's one of my favorite stories.
I wasn't so much talking about that, you bastards. Hey, you know the only thing I can think
Sorry,
too?
Amelia.
Sorry.
I'm glad I didn't teach her to drive the same way that my grandparents taught me to swim.
No, there you go. Exactly.
You know,
to throw you in.
Like I said, here, drive the car, right? And she wrecked the car. If I would have taught her to swim that way, Jesus Christ.
Oh, good Lord.
Mark Gatto, give kids a welder and a
Yes.
TIG welder instead of a Game Boy.
That's
So
right.
what were you saying? We totally derailed your
Here, this
sentiment.
is what I was saying. There. How about that? How about that? A little bit of sign language for you here on the show. Anyway, the whole point of it is, like, you know, the skills that we learned in the garage from the old man, I found ways to pass those on to Amelia, our daughter. You know, I went out and bought a kit of tools and necessities for having a car, and I taught her all the basics, and I went on to teach her that same shit 3 or 4 more times, but that's the beauty of it, right? But that's, I mean, a lot of that stuff, a lot of self-reliance and, you know, having the wherewithal to go after things and do things. We picked those skills up by having the old man yell at us and tell us, hold the light where I can see, not where you can.
2 words that I think need to be put in bigger, bolder, blacker letters in the dictionary are respect and tradition.
Amen.
They don't exist anymore. I mean, they've both found, you know, we've been talking about this recently, and it's odd. I mean, I come from a huge family. I come from a great family. We've done the same goddamn thing for 61 years.
If it's not broke, why fix it?
Right.
Like,
and not only that, I was doing something that I do every year. You know, one of the things, well, the only thing that I actually cook for the holidays. And I called my one sister, Denise, and said, dude, somebody in our family's been doing this for 100 years. Yeah. You know, like, what's going to happen next? Which luckily my niece Adrian's like, dude, teach me. I want to be the next one. Right. You know what I mean? So those 2 things, going back to where Chris came into this industry, man, if you went in there with the attitude these kids have today, and dude, Mark, you couldn't be more right, the welder instead of the Game Boy. Say something wrong, you got punched in the mouth.
Oh,
there
my
was,
God.
And you didn't go home and cry to your mom, because then she backhanded your dad slapped you.
Right.
You know, or beat
and then
the crap
next
out of
time you went around those guys, 3 or 4 of them beat the shit out
Right,
of you.
exactly. It was a different life. But the benefits are different, because in all reality, you grew up in that punch in the throat world, and 90% of what you do ends up benefiting somebody else and not even you. And guess what? You keep doing it, you effing idiot. You know what I mean? Why? Because you love it. And look at all these people that show up, and look at all the people that have helped you and been there for you. Like, everybody supports you. That's the benefit of doing it. That's the benefit of keeping it going.
Well, some of the best memories that we had from this year were undoubtedly from events. We got to go to some of the most amazing events all around the country. Of course, we were part of the SNS Vintage Tour, and that gave us access to a whole bunch of different stuff that we don't typically do. But tonight's guest, we're thrilled to have on to tell us everything that's going on this year with one of our favorite shows, and that's the Tennessee Motorcycle and Music Revival. Let's get Buck on and talk to him about this year's event. Buck, what's up, man?
Hey, what's happening, Cyclosaurus?
What's going on? But love the hat, Buck. You're killing it.
Yeah, people don't know I rodeoed professionally for about 7-8 years.
Shut up.
I did not know that.
Yeah, after I played college football, I was a professional steer wrestler. I wasn't the best steer wrestler, I'm not going to lie. I crashed a lot. People said, watch that guy because he's going to either do something good or he's just going to do something horrible.
So it's another year. You know, we're having some nostalgia tonight. We're talking about our New Year's resolutions and what we loved about 2025. What's your best recollection from 2025?
Man, it was a great year, busy year. I'd say for me, you know, I've really come to love the smaller regional experiences, you know, shows like the Smokeout, like TMMR. The big shows are great for me, but I think some of the best times I had, and I didn't make Smokeout this year, I had some family stuff, but, you know, I think the smaller, more intimate shows and gatherings are the ones that I've really come to love. I'll do big crowds now, but I just don't crave it the way I used to. But the smaller stuff where you meet the local people, see the local builders, see local authentic music, that's kind of the vibe I think that in 25 was really hit home for me. And then obviously, you know, as we get older, right, just time with my wife and my kids and my friends. It's just premium. It is the capital I crave and I work for.
Right. Yeah, this was such a year of realization. I mean, for me at least, I can say that. I feel like I really got some perspective about, like you said, you know, really starting to appreciate more of the smaller shows and stuff. I think the part of that I was getting was appreciating community. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think more at this age now, I can see through more of the bullshit and see the people that are really interested in building community and the people that are just building a money machine. Yep. You know what I mean? And there's nobody that can ever say anything different about TMMR. Like the stuff that you guys are doing to people involved. Insight community is incredible. Yep.
You know, I think that's what people, me anyway, I think that's what a lot of us are craving, right, is a real connection to real people and real culture, which is what you guys are talking about. And you guys are just hitting the nail on the head before I joined. You know, you couldn't just go on YouTube something to learn it. You actually had to learn how to behave as a person in the culture first before people would share that valuable information with you. So we've lost that learning how to behave first, learning how to comport yourself as a man and a woman, right, and a brother and a sister. Like we have lost some of that, and I think most of us crave that connection. And I think that's why events like Smokeout, TMMR, some of these smaller things just seem to resonate with the right people the right way.
Well, Buck, we've spent, you know, a lot of different times in the motorcycle thing over the years, and I get the impression that, you know, being from, you know, radically different parts of the country and, you know, and different walks of life, but I feel like we gravitate towards a lot of the same stuff. And for me, and I know for Mark too, just from the region that we grew up in, a lot of the stuff, it was literally like we would con a farmer into letting us have the back part of a field, right. And we would go and mow down a bunch of stuff, or we'd get a field that he'd just cut, and we'd dig a hole, bury a pig, yeah, you know, come back that weekend and we'd throw a party. And like, it wasn't a question of whether it was a big rally or a little rally. It was what farm we were going to, or what, you know, what county we were in. It was
a gathering, you know? Somewhere.
I think some of this stuff has lost that connection. And, you know, for us, we work very hard at Smokeout to try to follow some of the lead that you guys do with TMMR in that respect, because even though you guys are working with a world-class facility and, you know, the celebrity name that goes along with it and everything else, you kept that part of it, man. You feel the old biker vibe coming through that.
Yeah, I think it's, you got a couple things there, right? I think that, some of that was the early attendance, Bill Dodge and his crew, some of the early people who were there. I mean, shit, I think the first year we only had 300 or 400 people there, and we had spent a boat. I mean, you guys know what it costs to throw a party like that. Some people don't. But it was the right people. It was the DNA of these really real builders and people who love the lifestyle and the culture. Just very authentic people. And then you combine that with the ranch, where I think the thing about Loretta that blew me away the most as I got to know her, the celebrity piece of it and how many records she sold and all that stuff being, I think she was the #1 selling female artist of all time. But it was more how real she was, how authentic she was, how much it mattered to her that when someone comes to her home, her party, her event, you treated them a certain way. And so much humility from her, and then just how that's trickled down to that family and that ranch staff. So you blend those two cultures together, and it's a really unique and kind of beautiful thing.
Yeah, you're right too. There's a lot of people don't understand that whole property has a culture all in its own. And I mean, when you start drilling down and reading the history of all the characters that come out, you hear the names in the movies and stuff, and here and there, but they all had a place in building that culture. There's absolutely a culture all around that property.
And I think with that too, not only does that property hold its own right to family and its own structure and what it's done for not only the industry but for dirt biking, for motorcycling in general.
Yep.
Then you bring your crew to the table, who for X amount of years have all worked together and figured out what you need to do. Like you had said, it's not cheap to run this shit, man. Like, to get in and do it, you got to get in and do it, and to have the people around you that are going to put the heart into it on top of do it. Man, you guys have hit it on the head. It's working so well because it's a comfortable place to go visit. It's a comfortable place to take your vacation. So I love
Thanks,
it.
Mark.
I think TMMR is awesome.
That's intentional, right? The other thing people underestimate what it takes to put it on.
Yep.
But they also think that you're making a ton of money, right? I know you guys. I know you have to get this, right?
Yeah.
People think the smoked out is making you rich, right? But it's a really tough business. If you don't love it, and man, I am so blessed. From Carrie Rep, my wife Tanya Shaw, my family's now involved. Anthony Bruto, Loretta's grandson who runs the ranch. This team is just people who love this thing, and the Lynn family themselves have come to love this. So yeah, it's really special, and I think you couldn't do it without it. I've seen your team. I've seen all the people who volunteer and work at your event. Like, that shit doesn't happen by accident.
Nope.
That happens when you're intentional and you treat people well. And if you do, I think they will give you their best. And you guys clearly have hit that. And I appreciate you saying that. We work really hard, that every single person who's there has a really unique experience and a good experience.
Well, and a big part of your team are all of the builders. I won't even just put it down to Bill Dodge, who heads up the BC Moto Invitational, because it's really an army of custom bike builders that come together under Bill's banner to make that thing happen.
And a pride level. If you're a builder, you want to be one of those. Right. I mean, we can proudly say we've had a bike in TMMR. Like, to have that little plaque in my garage is an honor.
Yes,
you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've got mine. I got it up there somewhere. But yeah, it's pretty special, man. And Bill was adamant in the beginning. Bill, he's very, very committed to his beliefs, and he's like, no winners. And I'm like, can't we just have a people's choice, Bill? Can't you? And he's like, nope, it's just a show based on the pure love for what you do. And also people, like, he won't let an ass. You could be the best builder in the world. If you're a dick, you're not getting invited, right? And those guys, every one of them is just, in my experience, and I've met all of them, and some of them have become my good friends. Just what an amazing group of cats, man. Guys who have a passion for what they do, but beyond that, just solid guys, solid people.
Around. Yeah, fun to hang out with.
Well, we got a message coming into the studio tonight that Bill has just dropped. Is that official that he's?
Yes, it's on social media, so it is an official.
So with your permission, Buck, we're actually going to bring up Bill's builder list for 2026.
100%. Makes me very happy.
Right on. Have that happen right here. So a lot of great names on this list, man.
A
lot of names, but look at some heavy hitters from the day. Paul Cox,
Donnie Luce,
Luce,
Eric Gorgeous,
Steve Broyles.
EG, man.
Oh, no, Steve Broyles. I saw that too.
OG.
Wow, Jesse Serpan.
And some of the youngest hot shits out there. Johnny Humphrey, for Jesus' sake. Brock
Gordon
Bridges,
Olaf, right on.
Johnny,
Joe
Brock,
Marshall.
Brock, those guys are just, yeah, that's the next generation, right?
Brock, I'll tell you what, at this point, man, like honestly, I don't even know if you can call Brock the next generation.
Yeah,
He's
he
almost
is.
ready to
Yeah,
take
yeah.
up a professorship.
Yeah, he is
at the school of
the
custom
movement.
motorcycles.
Just insanely
no shit, right?
talented.
Yeah, right.
That dude is incredible.
Yeah.
So yeah, like the list is ridiculous.
And the cool part about it is not only do you offer a pretty cool event, but I think the small event, like you said, brings back a little bit of the specialty to like what you have going on. What Chris and Heather do with the smoke out, what Randy does with Cycle Showcase. Like
I love Randy in the showcase.
Dude, you're bringing so much more to the table. You're offering not only an adventure to go live a lifestyle that you love, but to also see some of the coolest bikes in the freaking world. That's a fantastic thing. And your place is
the
epic,
setting,
man. The
dude,
setting's
setting,
just
right?
freaking blows you away.
The way you guys can present those motorcycles, there isn't another invited showcase in this thing that can present motorcycles with that kind of setting.
Yep. Totally agree.
Totally jealous.
Yep.
Well, listen, come on. I saw who you had there. I saw some pretty serious talent, but yeah, we're really blessed. And then we couldn't have done that without Bill and without those guys. They are in the DNA forever. There's a lot of elements to TMMR. There's a lot going on. Sometimes people say too much, right? You have to make a decision sometimes what you want to do at the same time. But I love that those guys were the foundation of it all. And I'll never forget Bill or those guys for that. It was something we could build on. And every year we try to add a couple little elements, and try to execute the great things, not just the good ones, and not get distracted by the stupid ones, which is easy to do.
Yeah.
Can you teach my husband how to do that?
We're excited about that.
Could you work with Chris on that a little bit?
Even Mitch Bodine's in that
listen,
list, too.
let me tell you something, and I'm not just blowing smoke here. I see you guys. I see the hustle. And to me, like, hustle is something I've come to value almost more than anything. And when I look at somebody I want to consider working with or just whatever, right? When I see people hustling and working and just getting after it, I love that. And I see you guys. I see all the things you do and what you're doing and how you do it and the passion you put into it. I think it's pretty unique. So my hat's to all you guys.
I just meant steering away from the stupid stuff. Hey, Chris
man.
Chris has a tendency. No, he has a little bit of a tendency to lean towards the stupid. Hey, y'all, watch this.
Sometimes that's where the fun comes from.
Heather, historically, though, I found too some of the craziest ideas do end up not being the stupid stuff. So you don't really know.
Yeah, I
know. I mean, who would have thought racing baggers was going to bring back people to the racetrack?
Right?
Yeah,
how about it?
Absolutely.
Right?
And to buying them. Not even just a racetrack.
Correct.
But to buying them.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep. Well, and I'll tell you what. Yeah, look, Missy says the shithouse drags turned out to be okay, didn't they?
Yeah, right? We got yelled at for that.
Oh.
Yeah. But it is those little things, and it's the stupid, silly ideas that bring them out. And to be the small event, like you're saying, Buck, dude, it's 7 days of absolute misery for the people on site. It's 7 months of absolute misery for the people behind the table here. You know what I mean?
We've already had six
or seven
department meetings on Smokeout this year already, where we broke down like all those
accidentally
people you
missed
about.
like 3
and
of them.
I know you've done this too, because that's like even the builder thing, man. When I'm talking to you about, we're both saying these amazing builders that we're bringing out, but we know the truth behind the scenes. They're so happy to have a place where they have a platform to show this amazing work that they do, because that's a hard life. There isn't a builder out there, I don't care if it's from Paul Cox, Bill Dodge, Brock Bridges, all the way through. Like that is a sacrifice. You are going to sacrifice to live that life. So having a place like TMMR that's going to put them in that position, and for a weekend they're going to be celebrated, that's beautiful.
Yep.
Well, the other thing I love too, though, because they're such good guys, like not only in that barn will they sit and talk to you about what they built and how they built it, but you go down to the creek at 2 a.m. Well, at least the young ones who still go to the creek anyway, those guys will sit and bullshit with you till the fire burns out. Like they're just have such a passion for what they do. And I found that they don't hoard that. Most of them will share that knowledge, as long as you know how to ask and you're respectful about it. Those guys are an open book for the most part.
Yeah, you mean like Pat Patterson, if you're into Pat Patterson at the creek. You know, that's, you know, God forbid. You know, that's the other thing that you like beat me to it right there. I think the coolest thing about TMMR and about, you know, again, Smoke Out With Us and Cycle Showcase is, unlike the old days, whenever the coolest bike builder on the planet was there, he walked past you, went into a room, and that was the end of it. You hardly saw him until something was going on. Dude, these guys stay right there. They hang out with you. They drink with you. They become your friends. I mean, we've taken the stars and brought them down to the ground. Not that I'm saying anybody's a star by means, but we've actually brought the thing people are looking at to the ground so they can see it. And offering up the certain venues and the extra things for them to do, it's just butter on the bread, you know?
I remember, you know, kind of meeting Brock for the first time and introducing, you know, telling him he should go meet Bill, and then they had a heartbreak and they ended up at Bill's shop, and that's how they started that relationship, right? Nobody knew who that cat was.
Yeah.
Didn't matter that he was building the most amazing bikes in a garage in, I don't know, Indiana or wherever he's from. No one knew, right? So shows like the Smoke Out and the Showcase and TMMR and these smaller shows tend to give that guy that stage, right, to showcase things and go to that next level. No one knew who Brock was, you know. And now, if you don't know who Brock is, you probably aren't paying attention.
I can remember that first year in Daytona.
Yeah,
me and Bill were arguing at Willie's about who was going to get to give that kid a trophy. Because, like, as soon as he rolled in with that bike, we were like, Jesus Christ, look at the amount of work on this motorcycle.
And then when you found out that he does all of it himself, the kid is a mad genius. He's so ridiculously humble. He's like, gee, thanks.
Yeah.
And he gets all bashful, and he's like,
you have to push him to talk.
Yeah.
Heather, I think it's, I used to ask myself, like, is that a front? Is that an act? He really is that humble.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he really, I don't think he knows how talented he is or what a genius he is. Or maybe he does. I don't know. But he has so much freaking humility when you talk to him. And he's just the sweetest guy.
And he's
has a heart
always
the size
like
of
that.
Texas.
That is legitimately who he is, which is, it's so refreshing.
Yeah, that's really the part of it, man. I mean, there's some great young guys coming up in this now. And, you know, as much as we sit around sometimes like to get off my lawn guys and we bitch about the things that the younger generations aren't doing right, there's some young guys that are coming up in this now that really, really make you proud. If you take the time to get to know some of them, they will really, really make you proud.
Yeah, I agree. Also, you know, we got a nice V-Twin Visionary show, too, for the performance side. I've really come to enjoy the relationship with the VTV guys and that whole crew. I like performance motorcycles. So that's kind of more where where I live, you know. And I think we had close to 100 bikes in that show, and I think he may be doing a performance chopper aspect this year. I should probably confirm that before I talk about that. But that show is really cool. And then we have a riding show that, you know, anybody can come and enjoy as well. And then, like, you know, you guys know the hill climb dirt drags, and then we have dirt drags, the flat track. Last year we started a new thing where we turned the track over to the mini bike, you know, banana people for like the whole afternoon on Saturday, and they have a blast. Wednesday we started a light parade for the kid. It was supposed to be for the kids, but I think everybody's in the light parade now. And that's become one of my favorite things, is the Wednesday night, you know, parade of lights, which is really cool. Yeah, look at that.
You know, this is something I want to talk about right here, dude, because, like, this is the thing that I see the most change in our industry now as far as it applies to motorcycle events, is the amount of participation.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, and that was the thing back in the early days of motorcycle too. It was all about participation. But then somewhere in the late 80s, 90s, we got into this thing where we sat in bleachers and we watched all this shit happening. And now, man, they are doing it again. Everybody wants to participate. Look at the hill climbs.
Yep.
Look at the crowd at that hill climbs, man. And everybody lining up to do that shit was so badass.
Well, and Chris, I think it's really important that everybody knows, look, first of all, you don't have to be an ardent motorcycle person to come and enjoy it. The music there is you know, really attractive in its own. We can talk about that a little bit. But if you're sober and you have a helmet and decent shoes and gloves on, we'll let you run anything we do.
Yeah.
Hill climb, dirt drags, flat track, mini bike racing, whatever. Trail rides also, which is pretty cool and unique. You got to be sober and you got to have proper gear because we can't have people getting hurt. But other than that, come run the hill, go ride the trails, get out there and dirt drag with your buddy, run the mini bike track, whatever. We even have a pump track, for kids and the bikes. But the idea is to participate, get your hands dirty, get out there. And I had friends come who were just there to support me the first couple of years, don't even ride. And I look out and they're all on one's on a mini bike, one's on like a 75cc Honda Enduro that's like 25 years old. One's on a 3-wheel contraption. I don't even know what the hell it was. And they're just racing like maniacs, having a blast. That's the shit that I love. I mean, go out there and get dirty and have some fun yourself.
Right on, man. And that's so getting on to the next line in the subject matter, the music, because you guys have built almost as much of a personality for this event around the musical acts that have come in here as you have the motorcycles. And I mean, it's really become a thing, the singer-songwriter showcase, the local talent that you're bringing in. It's really a special thing in itself.
You know how it is, right? And again, people, I'm sure you get it. Like, why don't you hire Kid Rock? I'm like, we're not really in the Kid Rock business, right? I don't have $4 or $5 million bucks. So then the trick is, how do you find music that is authentic and unique? A lot of people do the cover thing. The cover thing's really cool. It's for us. We're so blessed with regional talent there and in Texas and close by that we've been able to find emerging artists. They have a following, some of them more than others. Some of them are pretty well known. But like Red Clay Strays, that band was not even known when we broke them. I'm not going to say we broke them, but we were one of the places that broke them.
Yeah.
And now I think they were just named the AMA Vocal Band of the Year. And, they're out there opening for the Rolling Stones. So there's a good chance if you do come and you have an open mind. Some people, a musician said to me one time, some people know what they like, and many people only like what they know.
Yeah.
If you come with an open mind, you're going to hear music, and you might just hear the next really cool thing that becomes something pretty special before everyone else knows about it.
Doesn't it break your heart just a little bit too, though? Like when you get somebody, because we've had a couple acts come through Smokeout and almost nobody knew them.
Yeah,
and it was, I'm not even going to say it had anything to do with our event, but we got them at exactly the right time. And then by the next year, they were such hot shit that there was no way we were getting them back again, like at all.
Yep.
Funny how that works.
You'll love this. I know Tyler Childers' manager really well. He's a friend of Brent Young's, who's one of my best friends in Nashville. And we could have hired Tyler probably year 2 for a very affordable number. I won't throw the number out, but like now he is probably 20x that number, maybe 30 or 50. Like you couldn't even talk about having Tyler Childers, right?
But it's crazy.
If you would have been smart enough, and if you would have heard him and had the ear for it, you could have had that guy before everyone else did.
I love when people tell you the bands that they want you to get.
Yeah.
Because they have no idea how much they actually cost.
Yep.
Like, music is expensive. Bands are, I want to say between the stage sound and the bands, that is our biggest expense. And you know our music, we don't have, we're certainly not getting A-list bands. We're not doing Kid Rock or Chris Stapleton or
Jesus.
Or
how could you? How could you? I mean, honestly.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. When people ask me that question, I ask them if they want to pay $300 for an event ticket.
I was just going to say it. That would ruin the event. If you brought a name in like that, that would destroy the event. The whole point of that event.
It'd be so much pressure, much pressure to try to get that money back. And
the people that come there that live it, the people that put it together, to have to deal with the asshats that would come with that freaking run. God forbid.
Nice, Mark.
Hey, I'm being honest, and that's it. That's you want to get the truth.
It's really interesting, Mark, because even now my taste, like, of course, there's some outlaw guys who've made it that I love, Stapleton and Cody and Sturgill, but I don't really like what's on the radio. That doesn't appeal to me. So when I see a guy like Charlie Crockett, for example, who is 1970 authentic. And I see a guy like that succeed when they shouldn't. That shit excites me, right? Like that's the kind of guy I want on our stage. And that stage has had, Willie, Waylon, Merle, Johnny Cash, Loretta, they've all been on that little stage, right?
So it has badass. That's so badass.
A bunch of ghosts rocking around there. That's pretty cool. But I love when authentic artists catch a break. But I don't love it when they get too popular, right? I want I want them in that mid area. Where
And that's it too. Yeah, it just gets their heads get bigger than the event, and
This
this
is what I love about their event right there.
Oh yeah,
like that's
the lazy
dude,
river.
If there's one thing I wish we could add, it would be
Yep, on a creek.
Damn water.
Well, and I don't know if you guys, because the creek, I don't know if you were there last year, you two specifically, Heather and Chris, but the creek party has just blown up. And look, I got to thank, I'm not just to sit here and list all the sponsors, but the motor company has been amazing. And they pretty much let us make that happen and let Danger Dan kind of do his thing down there. And that creek party, cook a hog, with Pat Patterson and his crew, and feed everyone we can for free until the hog runs out anyway. That was all the motor company, and that thing has become so fun on Saturday, just down there in the creek, people putting their chairs in the water and just drinking beers and good music and good people. And I love that creek party. That is the vibe that is lost and hard to find these days.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, that's a really special thing too for you to be able to say that Harley Davidson got behind something like that, because usually they have a pretty substantial set of guardrails, and I'm not saying anything bad. Like, God bless them. They've supported so much stuff for all of us. This last decade, they've really started to come around, but usually it comes with those guardrails that I'm talking about. And, it seems like within that company, they're starting to figure out that, hey, if we just leave the guardrails off sometimes, we get a better look at what this thing really is.
Well, I'm curious about what you guys are hearing and feeling, but I've talked to a lot of owners, dealership owners who went to the regional and nationals and meets, who actually said for the first time in 10 or 15 years they have a really good feeling about the leadership and about the maybe opportunity for Harley to turn things around a little bit. And are you guys getting that same kind of vibe?
Absolutely.
The Artie Stars wave is upon us for sure. And that's, I mean, even at this last dealer meeting they had, I think it was both of our events they were using in their opening reel, like when they were getting everybody fired up before everybody came out on stage to talk at the dealer meeting. It was our events that they were showing footage of.
And isn't that funny? We just got done talking about bringing it back to the people. Mm-hmm. Part of what TMMR, part of what the Smoke at, again, Cycle Showcase, some of these little shows, they're giving it back to the people. This is what they want. They want to be able to interact and be actually a part of the event. And they are the event in the long run. I mean,
dude, seeing them at Camp Zero with Patterson.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Up to their ankles in it. Yep. People from Harley. It was like, good for you guys, man. Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, and what about Pat floating those bikes on the top of the water down there in the dirty pool? Like,
hey, I just want to know how come it's my wife that's talking about keeping me away from the stupid shit.
Yeah.
And when you come on, man.
That really? Is the stupid shit right there.
Because everybody knows better than to waste their time with Jen. She ain't going to get through to Pat anyway.
Right.
Poor lady.
Oh, shit.
Pat Patterson. You got to love Pat.
Oh, yeah. What a handful he is, right?
Well, listen.
Yeah, he's a real deal.
We want to put up all of the links, so I'm going to ask Heather to do that while we're talking for sure. You want to get out and check out the website, but you can get all the information that you need about the events, what's happening, the history of it, how you can get in on this year's lineup. Check out the Instagram. We have Buck's personal Instagram that we're going to put up there also, but stay in touch and stay on top of things, because this right here, this is one of those events that's never going to go the way of the corporate rail. So check them out.
Listen, the other thing, we will never, you and I talked about this, same thing with the smoke out. Kind of the trick is not to fuck it up as it grows, right? How do you keep it, with what made it so special? I will say this, and I'm not just pitching here, we will sell out powered spots this year, it looks like, if the pace, the early interest is showing. So if you're coming in an RV and you want a powered spot, do jump on that now. Musical drop, I think in January, end of January, and I'm stoked on this year's music lineup. Carrie made me promise that I wouldn't talk about specific bands until then, but we're stoked about the music. But we will probably sell out those powered spots. And then one other thing, not a stupid idea, but you have these meetings, and sometimes I'm like, no one's going to do that. It turns out that layaway packages for these events are very, very popular,
No shit.
And so you can buy your whole package and then make payments on it. And I even think there's an out clause if you end up I don't think you can cancel within a certain time frame of the event, but it's pretty forgiving. So I know everybody's on financial, are watching the wallets. And just like you guys, we try to keep things as affordable as we can and make sure we're providing a shit ton of value. But, if you want to lay it away, get it going now so it doesn't sneak up on you.
Hey, just real quick, Buck, I want to take attention away for 1 second and give a shout out to Ron Fleener. Flea is in the house tonight, and you are in our prayers, brother. So please stay in touch and let us know how you're doing.
Thanks, Chris.
Hey, so TMMR May 14th through the 17th.
Number 9, we're almost on a decade here, believe it or not.
How about it? How about it? And listen, we're the show is all about looking back tonight. So looking back at those first couple years, it's gotta give you a shake down your spine, right? I know it.
Bro, I may have told this on your show in the past, but literally my wife, who's very involved in and we went out today and rode 100 miles, and she's on a full-size softail ripping, and so I'm stoked how she has become a rider herself. But through this first year, we had thought that we were like everybody, we were naive and thought we'd have thousands and thousands of people there, and it was pretty rough. I think we had about 400 people there, and I think about 250 of them worked for us. So, but God bless her, she looked at me and she goes, "Okay, pretty bad day, in terms of a business aspect, pretty rough weekend." But she saw it and she could see that it could turn into something super cool. So now that, we can pay some bills at least and not be completely terrified at every decision we make, I'm so proud of her and I'm proud of the team. And I'm really, really most grateful to the people who come, who give us their hard-earned money and trust us enough to come back. And, you guys know how it is, everything we were saying earlier, it's really about the people. Yep. And that's really what makes motorcycling and biking and the whole culture so special to me. It should be about personal freedom and empowerment and people doing what they want and loving each other. And I think there's a lot of that still there, right? We just got to get back to it, maybe.
Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely, man. And I'm going to tell you what, you can't say enough. A lot of people might not know the story of how you guys even got here. There's people have been trying to do a V-twin event at Loretta Lynn's property, on this ranch property, for a long time. And most currently, before you guys did this iteration of it, there was a cat that was trying to put some shit together, and what he was really trying to do was put other people's money into his pocket.
Correct.
And how you overcame that, I've said this to Carrie as short a time ago as just last week on the phone. How you overcame that, I have no idea. I have no idea how you guys overcame the stigma of what that guy had done. It was an incredible story that you even got this event off the ground after that.
Bro, I think we underestimated how much anger there was out there, right? We thought, the interest would maybe outweigh that. And we learned real quick. And it was Carrie and I. We would walk bars in Nashville and in, Central Tennessee and West Tennessee. Some of them, kind of salty places to be, right? And people would come up pissed off and, "Hey, you took money from me." And one by one, we just had to, hunker down and tell them the story and tell them to open their phone and Google us and Google the guy who went to prison. And you are right, Chris. It was a monumental hill climb. To get over that reputational damage. And the thing I'm probably proudest of, whether we end up ever really making money off TMMR or not, that's not the important thing. Loretta's name had been sullied by that guy.
Right on.
Yeah,
and a lot of people kind of put it on them and on the ranch.
And after all she did.
It wasn't fair. They just leased their property to an asshole. But I'm so proud that they have kind of worked through that and that we helped them to the degree that we could. That's probably what I'm proudest of, and she was an amazing woman. The fact that Carrie and I got to spend quite a bit of time with her and then get to know the family through her, it was a beautiful gift in my life. I'll never forget it.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, like Mark said, we're proud that we have a plaque on the wall, a couple of them from times that we've had bikes in the show there. Every time we get an opportunity to come and hang out at that event, it's absolutely awesome. It's absolutely a family reunion, and we can't thank you guys enough the people that are behind the scenes with us, running the gears, making it work, because you're keeping a part of this alive that's important. That makes it stronger all the time. So that's big props to all of you guys.
Yeah.
Amen.
You know, the circle gets smaller as we get older, and it's not because we are hard. It's because we value love and time more preciously, right? So I don't need this to be a 50,000 person event,
right?
Nor would I let it become that. We'll probably, if it keeps growing each year the way it is, there will come a time where we just cap it, and we're probably not far from that, because if it gets too big, it could really ruin it. So we are aware of that and trying to find that balance. But yeah, we're blessed, and I'm blessed to call you guys friends. I'm so proud of you guys and all the shit you're doing. I see you guys hustling and working. I don't know many people who work harder. Heather, also, are we doing the lunch lady? Are we doing a lunch lady ride this year?
I have to check our schedule.
Well, we're definitely going to be there. So I think you should just now lock it in that you're doing lunch lady.
The answer to that question, apparently, Buck, was yes.
Okay.
So,
Chris, you can identify as a lunch lady for the day.
Hey, I can pull off lunch lady.
He's been identified as way worse.
You know who you can call me? Sloppy Joe.
Men were welcome on the lunch lady ride, and I like that.
Right.
These female only and male only rides, like if we're really going to ride, let's just ride together.
Yeah.
Let's just have fun.
That's exactly right. You said it perfectly right there.
Right on, man.
Well, you can't do this if the women all start riding and then just do the same shit the men did. That's not good, right?
Right.
That's funny.
Well, listen, Buck, thank you so much for coming on tonight, and we look forward to being at the event this year, and we wish you the best coming into the new year, man.
Yeah, you guys too. Hey, if you want to give away a couple passes, let me know. You can figure out a way to raffle them off to your people, but take a couple, maybe 2 sets of all-day passes or all-weekend passes and do something fun with it. Maybe generate some charity or something. I don't know. I'm sure you got some cause you can throw them at.
We'll figure something out for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, love you guys. Thanks for the time. We really appreciate it.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
See you. Always a pleasure, Buck.
Peace.
All right, guys, you're watching Shop Talk here on the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio, and like how great, 10 years almost already,
right?
With that, like it seems like a minute ago, but they have literally built a pillar for this culture.
Is year 9.
Yeah,
what
awesome.
If you haven't been there, it's a super unique event, man. To go and feel it.
I love, like, for me, I hate to say it, what makes it so special is the property itself.
Dude, you're not kidding, 100%.
XAM Biker said I could use a pass. Well, listen, we're
going to come up with some sort of contest or something.
By next week, we'll figure out what the contest will be to get some of their passes. Maybe we'll throw some of our passes. We have some prizes from Milwaukee Leathers and some of our other companies that we'll throw into that. But
you just give it all away.
Now,
that'd be a good way to kick off the new year.
For now, we're going to look at video number 2 of our rearview mirror of 2025 here on Shop Talk. Don't go anywhere. We have 2 more videos and so much more show.
There's 4 of them?
No, we have 2 more. We did 1. We have 2.
Oh, okay.
Oh, boy.
1 plus 2
is 5.
There we go. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Shop Talk.
All the tankful spots for 2025 in under 24 hours.
No kidding.
So we are going to be taking over the David Mann Chopper Fest. Yeah, I got a call from Tori late last year. He said, hey, give me a call. I want to talk about the show. And the passing of Huggy, Tori wanted to focus on his family and his business. And
twice this
hell has frozen over.
Twice. Once when it snowed 8 inches in Pensacola, and tonight because you are exactly on time.
I am on time. I can't even believe it. Can't even believe it. The thing that's funny about this to me is that there's a new like ultra street glide, because anybody that's old enough to remember this stuff remembers that the street glide came from a thing that they called the Electra Glide Standard. So they stripped off the tour pack and all the fancy stuff there. They took all the radio, CB, all that shit away. And it was just a standard touring motorcycle. It's just a funny thing, I guess.
I feel
when you're old, you get to laugh about.
Okay, and I have to say something. I'm sorry. We were dogging on the name of their blue.
Yeah.
It's a really pretty blue. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so you set me up for this shit. You really do.
I'm sorry.
Next up in the news, looks. I would own this motorcycle in a minute, but when it comes to those bags, the survey says. No. All right, this is exciting news. Our buddy Rob Bitos and the BRL crew, pack your bags. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different countries. Our buddies over at the IMA, Bob K heading this thing up, the independent motorcycle aftermarket truck. And then at the end of the ad, I would always put Mark's phone number. And for the next week, after the magazine would come out, I know. Listen, I totally deserve it. But his phone at his shop, he couldn't get anything done for the week the magazine came out because
That's terrible.
people would be calling him nonstop.
That's terrible.
No, it was great.
Oh, that's right. When I first started working at the Broken Spoke in Laconia, if somebody asked for my phone number, I gave them the number to the Laconia Police Department.
Many of you know that I left the company back in 2008, not long after the 50th. A few years ago, I got re-engaged at the request of some family members. And when you're a now fourth generation family-owned business, it really, I think, matters to carry on tradition. And we lost our way a little bit. It became very clear about a year ago that we needed to do something to unite the industry. At the end of the day, the heart and soul of every motorcycle is the power plant. It's the engine. And we've had a lot of success collaborating with builders over the years. And we had not done a project, and I felt it was really important as a family member and a director that we needed to do that. And unfortunately, when you don't do something for a long period of time, you kind of lose the muscle memory. And the team that we had didn't have that experience. There were some people still in the business, but people like Charlie Hedaya, Howard Kelly, Jeremy Gilbert, myself, those are the people that really brought all that stuff together years ago. So I embarked on a quest. When you bring that core group of people back together, then you can do these things.
And if one more person asked me this week, how's Mark? What's going on with Mark? Is Mark going to be here this week?
Sometimes I look and think to myself, this is almost one of the coolest things that we've ever done.
Crepe's sake.
Yeah,
I mean,
really?
come on.
That's the thing. If they gave a free dozen or 18 pack of eggs with that new motorcycle, Harley Davidson would be selling them things all day
Right?
long. Do you know what kind of baller you would have been in Pittsburgh with a Chevy Chevette that was diesel?
Yeah, right?
You know, the last thing we wanted to do was to see that event die. I can assure you that come September, we are going to be there and we are going to be lost. And I really feel confident that we have the ability to grow this event and for this event to be everything that it could be.
In a world full of ordinary, there's still a place where motorcycles are built with soul, where craftsmanship matters, where every bike is a story waiting to be told. And in 2026, Cycle Showcase St. Louis returns to where it all began, the pageant, the original home of this now iconic show. Every machine hand-picked, every build a masterpiece of design, engineering, and passion. It's not just a show, it's a gathering, a chance to meet the makers, hear their stories, and feel the heartbeat of true motorcycle culture. Motorcycles, art, community, all under one legendary roof. Cycle Showcase St. Louis, February 7th and 8th, 2026. Back at the pageant. Celebrate the art of the motorcycle.
I'm Mark's alter ego, Big Brian, and you're watching Shop Talk.
Oh, nice. Paul Yaffe product, huh?
Yeah, man, so excited.
Got a new build?
I do. It's Aren't you Paul Yaffe?
No, I've never met the guy. But I do know you can get all of his products at DennisKirk.com. There you go. Is this me? Awesome. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. Have a good one.
Listen to Not Paul Yaffe. Get all your Bagger Nation products right now at DennisKirk.com.
Before you know it, it's going to be Daytona.
Oh, jeez.
That'll be Sturgis, and we're going to be back to Smokeout.
Smokeout?
Yeah, hey, like next month, we're already starting to advance ticket sales.
So what do you got planned for the early bird people? Anything special?
What if we gave away a bike?
Like a bicycle?
No, a motorcycle, man.
Shut up. What do you mean? Like a new bike, like an M8, or what? Have you
No,
lost
man,
your
new
mind?
Bikes are stupid. Let's
Oh,
give them something
okay,
cool,
yeah.
like one of the early Evos.
Sounds like a plan. The question is, where are you getting an early Evo to give away?
Well, I just happen to have something right over here.
Well,
about something like this.
Where the hell did you get that at?
1995 Heritage Softail.
So what you're saying is I should buy my ticket now?
Wait a minute. Are you seriously talking about giving away my donor bike?
Baby, really? We've been married long enough. It's our motorcycle.
I can't get you to sell a motorcycle, but you're gonna give away one of my motorcycles? Are you kidding me?
Here's the deal. We're giving away this motorcycle. All you have to do is get a weekend package, the early bird special at smokeoutrally.com, and your name is entered to win this. Want to know how we're going to do it?
How are you going to do it?
We're going to take everybody who buys an early bird ticket and put them in a barrel. Twice a month, we're going to wind up that barrel and pick out a name. 13 names. We're going to get 13 keys for this motorcycle. And Saturday during Smokeout, we're going to bring you on stage. If it starts, it's your bike, man. You take it home. That's it. But listen, I don't want to hear no bitching. Don't call me and tell me, hey, man, that thing needed lifters. You screwed me.
No crybabies.
Don't baby me 10 years. I'm gonna build this bike to sell. This one's your bike.
Oh, well, you two argue. I'm going to order my Smokeout ticket early, so...
Go to smokeoutrally.com now. Check it out. She's so cute when I tell her stuff like I'm going to sell this one, honestly.
What hams we are.
Freaking Bears. I swear I'm going to throw
Bears?
something on my TV. I had a similar thing with the Pittsburgh Steelers tonight. I know. I feel your pain, my man.
Freaking Bears, but the Pens were killing it, so screw the Steelers.
Oh, Jesus.
You know, we talked about that. Here's a quick thing. Do you think for 1 second they were going to let them win that game?
What's that?
The Steelers game. Do you
Why?
think for 1 second they were going to let them win that Steelers game?
Why?
Next week is going to suck. There's only one fight left. What were they going to advertise? Nobody was going to watch.
I guess.
Like, there's no way they were going to let them win that game.
So you're saying NFL was turned into WWF?
Yes.
Shit.
What the hell? Stop saying that.
Exactly.
Anyway, man, listen, it's this is our throwback show, looking through the rearview mirror and checking out everything that was. Heather, you with us? You're half off the screen. You're worrying me. Are you having a
I'm
stroke?
trying to get ready
You having a stroke?
She's making a move.
What are you getting ready for?
She's making a
to
move.
punch you in the head.
What are you getting ready
You
for?
people do realize that's why I am sitting between the two of them.
What are you getting ready for?
Nothing.
Huh?
I'm not talking to you.
Are you getting ready for bread?
Oh, I
No.
like that bread. Was
What?
wonderful. Fat enough, and Chris drops a loaf of bread off.
Right? How about it?
For
So yeah,
Christ's sake.
Heather's been working on her sourdough bread baking abilities, which means in the last week alone, I've had 15 loaves of various stages of sourdough as she
we've been giving it all away though.
Yeah, we've been giving it all away.
Good.
If I could stand up, I wouldn't
We
even
kept
fit.
one loaf.
I wouldn't even fit in the window. I ate 3 loaves of bread. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I had to make homemade
I'll tell
soup
ya,
to dip the shit in.
Try and get on the loaf of bread like mailing list. It's freaking worth it. It's really good, really good.
It's fun. I love it. I have 4 loaves proving right now.
Oh,
yep.
Are you doing events tonight, or are we just going to go back to the last video and call
you
this
want, I
thing?
can do events.
It's pretty late. You
It's
have
up to you.
events? Is there anything
It's up
really
to
new?
you.
Can
Are the engineer.
Yeah,
You.
I think
It's like I'm watching a tennis
you're the
match.
one-
I think we. What was that game? Pong. Ding,
Pong.
dong, ding, dong. Let's just watch the last video because we're getting long into the show, and we got one more video left to celebrate 2025 and everything that we did here on ShopTalk. Let's check that out. We'll come back and wrap this one up, and everybody can get ready for the ball to drop, or both of them.
Whatever.
I'm going to be your
brought to you
host
by
for the next 90 to 120 minutes
Cycle
of all the
the
two-wheel
most
bullshit we
complete
can
list.
fit. So, Mark, you can't tell, but we're in Arizona.
We're somewhere.
Somewhere between
In a
Minnesota
moving vehicle.
and Arizona. This year's Twisted T-Bike, which is the FXRT, we are bringing on Eric Malaki from Open Throttle Customs.
You know what he can say to us?
Losers.
Is that the best you could do?
Yeah. Eric, is that the best you can do?
Oh, man. That would put a smile on my face.
Hey guys, it's Heather. I am here with your events. A little bit different this week because I am at the event of the year in Las Vegas. It's Jess, Rips, and Russ's wedding day today.
That's what it's like in my house today.
Take it away, man.
What an amazing car that is! But like that dude's, if you've ever looked into Evan's Speakeasy Motors, I mean the kid's amazing and just a great person.
Would it surprise you guys that I'm literally drawing right now?
No,
Nope.
not at all.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
No, because we all follow your Instagram, and we know that like you're constantly at it.
With all love, we're all old enough to know what TV Guide was, so they had the little draw the character. And my mom sent that away, and before you knew it, I was enrolled in the art instruction school of Minneapolis. So
Go ahead, say it. Look, he's lining up for a zinger.
Stupid motorcycles.
Mike, how old are you?
I'm 24, man.
Oh God, no, he just mammed me. Oh my God.
He sure did. That was real. Yeah. How'd that feel?
Oh. Well, he was obviously raised right, but I got to tell you, it, and I appreciate it, and I do it all the time, but it hurts just a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm sorry. I like my women how I like my motorcycles. It's all right, other a little bit older. That's what I meant by that.
Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the show. Because it's not going to get any effing better than that.
Cycle Force Magazine and Cycle Force TV, coming to you from Born Free.
My name is Dan McGinley. I'm from Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. I've been riding motorcycles since I was about 12.
Still married.
He was all serious too when he told everybody that he was from Wisconsin, and we were like, really? Okay. But the name of the event is Summer Hummer. Are you kidding me? How have I not been to this event before?
Vado. How's it going?
Capo di Villa, come va?
Molto bene, grazie.
Sì.
When you start out with a discount, you're kind of racing to the bottom.
I wonder if they make those big giant stripper heels in a size 15.
Probably.
We got to know somebody that makes shoes. And I'll never forget working at the strip club. Chris shows up one day and he's like, dude, I don't know many crazy people. You need to take this freaking bike for a ride.
Forced a tag on my pinhead, a gun with no numbers, an 8-ball, and a couple of hits to asses. I was like, no, I don't need any other attention.
Those things are fantastic for me till I get to third gear. Then I want to step off of and get a cup of coffee and get on something I'm almost going to kill myself on. And that was our problem. We wanted freaking speed and power.
Yeah. We're back in Pittsburgh. We're back on the East Coast, and we're back with ShopTalk. So until next week, please take care of yourself. Tell the people around you you love them. You never know what's going to happen. Spend some time with your motorcycle. You can never go wrong with that. We'll see you right here next week, same chopper time.
Same shopper channel.
Nice to be back, Felicia. Wow, Felicia.
Get on that shot, Felicia.
Buy me something nice, Felicia. You're a ho, Felicia.
Glad to be back, Felicia. Don't let the man hold you down, Felicia. S&S, Felicia.
Same chopper time.
Same chopper channel.
We get to say it. 1, 2, 3.
Bye, Felicia.
Okay, so we're not going to let you off that way, but man,
we're too busy laughing while this is all going on.
We're here pissing ourselves at some of this.
Idiots we are.
The best part is Chris is doing the video, and at one point today he says, "Wow, I'm such a child."
I am. I didn't realize you should figure that my duty meter would be going off every time I say something childish, but it turns out.
He's like, wow. I'm like, you're just figuring this out? 40 episodes of Shop Talk?
Yeah, watching all those videos, and I realize all the body humor that I displace. I am a child. I am a giant hairy child. Yep.
It's so much fun, though.
So good.
Oh, it was a blast, man. And like we said the whole way through the show, it is largely due to the fact that you guys continue to give us...
It's your fault. God damn it, it's your fault.
to let us do this. You know, it's our absolute pleasure. It's our absolute pleasure. You know, when we say that thing at the beginning of the show, at the end of the show, America's first and favorite two-wheel motorcycle talk show, like it's awesome. Like we started doing this thing before anybody was really doing shit like this. Now they've branched out and they do things called video podcasting and all that, and we're still sitting here at the Shop Talk desk delivering the news and having a couple laughs every Sunday night. So
wouldn't change it.
Pretty awesome.
Would not.
Big Randy and stilettos.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
oh,
boy.
dude, that was a great setup.
I don't know.
That might be worth the investment because if we buy him,
I don't know if the accompaniment would be better to see him in the boomerang leotard.
Oh my god!
The what's his nuts over?
No,
or some nice fat tea backs.
Wow. What is wrong?
That is
okay,
crazy
you just
talk.
totally took it too far.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I think we should
Matt
let him
is
pick.
in the house. Matt, you have to call us. You owe us a show in 2026.
Oh boy.
Mom says kinky boots. Mother.
Judy.
Oh my
I
god.
bet you Judy was a lot of fun in the day. Boy.
My mother was a blast back in the day, from what I can understand. Do
I
you
thought
know
you were gonna
she
try
and
and
my
cover
dad?
up. Oh boy, hey,
I don't know
we
if I
might
can
not
say
wanna
this
hear
on air. She might yell at me. Do you know she and my dad were members of the Playboy Club?
Stop it already.
Oh yeah.
I've lost so much respect for her.
No, you're like, yeah.
What's up, Judy? What's up?
What's up? Hey.
All right, man.
Oh.
So
if I'd have known that when we went for our little have a drink ride around the smokeout, I might have made a move. I might have stopped short.
That's your move. Stop short.
Oh.
Hey, so listen, like we said, tomorrow morning on Cycle Source YouTube channel, all three of those videos will be together in one big video. You can watch them all at one time. It's been our absolute pleasure to come through another year. We're at episode 329, I think tonight makes 329. Couple things we're going to ask you to take care of is get over to cyclesource.com and run the vote. We have
vote.
the result of a month long of asking you who your nominations are for all of the best ofs for this year. And now it is time for you to back that up with an honest to God vote. The voting is up and it's live.
Takes just a few minutes.
Yeah, it's a 10-minute survey. You answer the questions, pick your favorite for bikes and best woman of the year, man of the year, the whole deal. And it's right here somewhere.
It's right at the top of the page. See, 2025 Source Award
Oh
voting.
my God, look at that. Yep. And
I'm
you
going
can
to
just
paste the link
do all
there.
that
Takes just
right
a
there.
minute.
Yep. So the other thing we're going to ask you to do is go over and check out everything that we have going on at CycleSource TV, because it is honestly turning into something we are more than proud of, man. Like, 2 years later with this channel, and it is packed full of motorcycle stuff. Like when you see the stuff that's on this page, these are all categories, and each one of these categories is also, there's line after line of stuff packed in these categories. So you want to go and check that out. You want to see all the stuff we're doing with this, because it's happening. We're packing stuff in there, and we have successfully created a motorcycle version of Netflix.
Yes, successfully.
It's pretty
Successfully.
awesome. Pretty awesome. Oh, look, Nick Hildebrand, thank you. Chris, Heather, and Mark for making 2025 so memorable. Ron Fleener, thanks for the nomination. Dakota is in the house. What's up, buddy?
We're just talking about him.
Clint Kittle's here.
My best friend, Clint Kittle.
James Fletcher wants to nominate Mark for Man of the Year.
Shut up, Radar.
Listen, you're just making it worse.
Radar, I spent a lot of time with family the past couple of days. Don't piss me off.
Oh, goodness gracious. So a couple things real quick. I know we're not going to do events, but Carolina Full Throttle Bike Show, January 31st, we are going to be there. We'll have brand new hot off the press smoke out posters and some information and some swag on hand. So stop and hit us. If you're entered in that show and you win the smoke out pick, you will automatically be invited to show your bike at the Legends
How
Gallery.
about that shit right there, boy?
Show off.
So bring it out.
And here's how dumb we are, Mark.
Oh, boy, here we go.
When she said that, she was like...
When you say we, it worries me because I think it involves me.
It does. Don't worry about it.
When it's something stupid, I try to say we so that, So, today we were talking about this, and we were saying, yeah, it's awesome that, the winner at the full throttle thing gets a place in the Legends Gallery. And then I went, why aren't we doing this at Daytona?
And then I said we are.
And I was like, we should have been doing this. Like, this is our 5th year of Smoke Out. We should have been doing this for Daytona every year.
Well,
we are the tiny acorn.
Oh my God.
Becky
Quiver, I vote for Mama Judy.
Yes,
I think so. That would be a good vote.
Woman of the Year. Yep.
That'd be a good nomination.
It would
Judy
be.
should have been on there.
Yeah, she should have.
But listen, man, I don't know what else I can say to express my gratitude for a great year, more than what we've said tonight. It's awesome. Smoke Out Rally is our privilege to run. ShopTalk is our privilege to bring to you every week. CycleSource Magazine coming into its 30th year. In March, we celebrate year number 29, and we start into the 30th year. Man.
If we want to see young pictures of ourselves, we have to go back 30 years and open up a magazine and look at it.
You know what the thing is about
painful.
it, though? If you think about it, the next year for CycleSource would be the year that it would spin around in that thing and they would shoot it out of the sky.
Oh, that's right.
In Logan's Run. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be great? Huh?
Okay, I think you're getting a little silly.
Just because we're older than you and we know what that movie was. I get it. Okay.
No clue. I don't know.
All right, man. Listen, I hope that the new year finds you guys in the company of the people that you love, or at least with a motorcycle or two that you own some part of. How about that? I was going to say something else, but then I remembered Miss Judy's watching, so I won't say it like that.
Oh, boy.
No, but seriously, thanks again for sticking with us. And episode number 330, right around the corner. Right? As long as you guys are coming back, we'll be here too. And we'll see you next week. Same chopper time.
Same chopper channel.
Don't get arrested, Felicia.
Oh my God, that was it.
Happy New Year, y'all.
Wait a minute. Did you say don't get arrested, Felicia? Did you say Felicia's name? Felicia. Felicia.
Who the hell is Felicia?
Somebody go tell Carol who Felicia is.